Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you the only pound cake recipe that you will ever need. The cake is soft and fluffy, and best of all, it is so easy to whip up. It is perfect with a cup of tea and coffee, or even to be used in other desserts like custards and trifles. So without further ado, let's get started. In a large bowl, combine softened unsalted butter along with some granulated sugar. It's very important that your butter is soft, otherwise this step will be difficult. Now use an electric hand or stand mixer to beat this until it's nice and creamy. You could use a spatula if you don't have an electric mixer, but if you do have one, I highly recommend that you use it. Once the mixture looks nice and creamy like this, we're going to set this aside, and in a separate small bowl combine together some eggs and vanilla extract. A quick tip is to use room temperature eggs for the best results. Whisk the eggs together until they're nice and incorporated, and then we're going to add this into the butter in 2 batches. Now when I was pouring this into the butter, I did accidentally pour a little bit more than half, but that's okay. We're going to use the electric hand mixer again, and on medium-high speed, give this a good mix. Once that's incorporated, go ahead and add in the remaining eggs, and then we're going to give everything a good mix. After mixing, the mixture will look quite grainy, and don't worry, this is perfectly normal. When we add in the dry ingredients, everything is going to come together. Use a spatula to clean the sides of your bowl, and then for the dry ingredients, I'm using all-purpose flour. You could use cake flour, but then if you are doing so, then remove the baking powder from the recipe. And then next goes in the secret ingredient, which is optional but highly recommended, and that's milk powder. It gives this cake such a delicious flavor. And then I'm adding baking powder, and then I'm using a whisk to give everything a good mix. You could continue to use your hand mixer on low speed, but I didn't want to overmix the batter. After that's nice and incorporated, use a spatula to clean the sides of the bowl and just to make sure that all the ingredients are fully incorporated, and then we're going to bake this. As you can see, the batter still looks a bit grainy, but don't worry, this is totally normal. Now I'm going to add this batter into a greased and lined standard loaf pan, and then we're going to bake this in an oven preheated to 170 degrees Celsius for 30 to 35 minutes. Before baking, make sure to spread out the cake batter as evenly as you can. Once baked, let the cake cool for about 10 to 15 minutes before cutting into it. You don't have to let the cake cool down completely because it does taste really good when it's still a little bit warm. The written and printable recipe for this pound cake is available on my website, and you can find a link to that in the description box below. As you can see, the cake is so soft and fluffy that the knife just glides right through it. And as I mentioned earlier, it's also perfect for using in other desserts like custards and trifles because it has a texture that soaks up liquid really well but remains nice and fluffy. It has to be one of the best cakes that I have ever tasted and even made. It's also one of the easiest recipes that I have shared, so make sure to go and try this out. Like the video if you liked it, and comment down below if you tried this recipe, and make sure to subscribe for more easy and delicious recipes just like this one. Thank you so much for watching.